welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a first impression video, and it's going to be on the RiRe Lucent Star Cushion. And this is a one of those like multi-use kind of compact, I guess you can say. So I thought, you know, I'm always intrigued with these like packaging and like these products that can do more than one thing, because I'm all about like travel friendly, where products can do more than one thing, so I can carry one less thing with me. But of course now nobody's really traveling, but personally I like to like declutter as well, so I don't like to put a whole lot of things in my vanity. But yeah, so I picked up one of these. This was actually brought to my attention probably sometime in Christmas. And then I decided, I was like, you know, I want to go look it up and see where I can purchase one of these. I don't actually remember how much I got it for, but I do notice that on Yesstyle, it retails for about $20-ish Canadian. And of course, if you use my code MandyN123, you can get up to 5% discount. And I'll probably put that in the description box down below for you guys to check out as well. Anyways, before I start, of course, if you are not subscribed to this channel, make sure you do so and click on that little bell for notification. Anyhow, so what really intrigued me to trying this was, like I said, I'm always into these multi-use kind of compacts. And one other major thing is, look how cool this is. Like these stars kind of just like, oh, I'm so like, so pretty, right? And especially given the time it was like around Christmas, I was like, I have to get my hands on this. So basically it is a cushion foundation, or like a BB cushion, because this is more of like a Korean brand. And along with it, it comes with a lip and cheek kind of product that comes in a compact like this. So once I open it, is a mirror on one side. This side is, this side right here, is the cushion foundation, and the other side here, which has the cushion itself, is the lip and cheek. And I love how it comes with two colors, so you don't need to worry in case like one color doesn't work for you. I'm not too much of like a coral kind of color, so person, I would say. So I may lean towards the pink right here than that. Anyhow, I would like to, of course, show you guys a close-up with some flaws you may already see from a distance, and of course, see how this wears on my skin. Keeping in mind, I do have combination dried skin, especially now that, you know, we're blasting up the heater. It's kind of snowing outside right now, so it's like really cold here where I am. So in other words, my skin is extra dry, but I have prepped it with, you know, just my regular moisturizer. But of course, I want to see if this cushion foundation that's included in here, will it dry up my skin even more? So now that you guys are up close, you can tell I only did my eyebrows and I did my eyes. I wiped off my lip product as well. And of course, I've got a couple of flaws. And I'm hoping that this cushion foundation actually can cover what is needed. I love how big the mirror is. So you can tell, here's a closer up right here. The mirror is really big, so I like that. Another thing is the cushion foundation actually comes in two shades. I got the darker shade. It's 21 or 23. So I got 23. Personally, sometimes even the darker shade for like Korean cosmetics is still a bit light for me. But given the fact that, you know, I haven't really gone out, my skin actually looks more pale on camera anyway. So let's see how it goes. Anyway, so once you open this, it, I mean, I'm not sure what it says in Korean, but I'm sure it means something like pull here to remove before use. Oh, actually, it's one of those like rip tops. Ooh, I love it. It's so pretty. It has the star. Look at that. There is a slight scent to it. Definitely not a strong scent, so I'm not too worried about that. So I'm gonna go in like normal and try it out. So this would be like the first layer. Oh, it gave me like that star imprint. That's cute. So it might still be a bit light. It has more of a pink undertone. So this is kind of like the first layer. And kind of gives me that dewy finish. It's a bit light for my skin, even though this is the darker shade. Can't really tell on camera though, because kind of looks the same shade, but it's a slight, you can't really tell, but I'm sure if I did my full face and a bit of my neck, you can't really tell. So let me finish the rest of the face. So this is basically one layer, and as you can tell, it's starting to have a bit of a white cast. My assumption is it probably has a bit of SPF. Let's see. It does have SPF 50 PA++ in it, so not too surprised. I'm gonna go in on a second layer so that I can cover some of these, because as you can tell, these flaws here are still peeping out. I'm gonna see if a second layer, if that would cover it. Kind of, not quite. Like if you have a lot to cover on your face, then I don't think this is gonna do the job. You probably need like a concealer of some sort. But it's definitely buildable. Like I would say light to medium coverage by far. Like obviously on camera you probably noticed that I've already covered as much as I can. Okay, not bad so far. I don't feel like it's drying or anything. In fact, it actually looks between dewy to like matte is how I feel about it so far. All right, so I'm gonna obviously open up the other one, which is the lip and cheek product. I'm gonna swatch it so that you guys can see what's the color. So I'm gonna start off with the pink. Ooh, it feels very hydrating, like a glossy, hydrating color tint maybe. Oh, look at that color. It's beautiful. I'm gonna go into the coral as well. Let's see how that looks. Oh, look at that. That looks beautiful. I love those colors. Very vibrant though. I'm not sure how much I love vibrant colors in general. So I'm just gonna use my fingers and I'm gonna apply it onto my lips. I don't have any lip product on, so let's see how this goes. You know, I haven't used my fingers to apply on, I guess, lip color in a long, long time. I think probably since high school, maybe. It's fairly hydrating. It's not as drying as I expect it to be. And I'm just putting on a second layer just so that, you know, we get it a little bit more pigmented. I kind of like this. It looks really nice actually on camera. I know it looks a bit floral, not really as pink as it looks on the pan, but it could just be just my camera maybe, how it picks up the color. And of course I'm gonna finish it off with some cheap product, like, because that's what it's used for as well. So I'm gonna use the same color and let's see how that goes. I'm gonna try it on this cheek. Ooh, super pigmented though. Oh, actually it's not bad actually on camera, but super pink though. And it's just in a dabbing motion and I probably picked up a little too much, but just evening it out. Kind of makes me look like I just like, you know, stepped outside and walked right in because it's so cold out there. So I'm gonna do it on both sides so I'm not like, yeah, there we go. I actually really like this. It looks very, very natural. Like really, really natural. So now that I have you zoomed out, actually this is not bad. It's very actually spring kind of feel to me, even though right now it's winter time. Anyways, I guess I'll do a bit of a wear test. I don't wear makeup as long as I used to, so I'll probably do a regular kind of check-in. Currently right now it is almost actually 11. I did get a later start today. With that being said, that just means I'll check in with you guys after lunch, see how, you know, this lip situation holds up. Currently right now it's a very thin layer. I don't feel drying at all, so let's see how it transfers later on when I eat. So I'll be back after lunch to check in with you guys. All right, so right now it's about 2:05 in the afternoon, so I've had this on for a little bit more than 3 hours, and I just finished my lunch, so I thought I'd check in. I do notice a little bit of like dry patches on my nose area, and of course the lip color is coming off, but it's still staying on actually pretty well. Like I expected like a ring of, you know, lip color gone. So I'm gonna zoom in and show you guys what I'm talking about. So now that you guys are close up, I'm not sure if you guys can tell where my nose area, I have rubbed my nose a few times and I'm a little bit dry on my nose area because I have been blowing my nose now and then, given because, you know, it's a bit cold and dry. Actually, my nose is pretty dry. So it did start to accentuate on the side. I'm a little surprised, and I expected to actually see more of this cushion foundation to actually seep into the crevices of my nose, but it's actually doing pretty well. Like there's no like line or anything to show like my oiliness. Of course, I do notice maybe a little bit of shine, not quite as much as I expect it to be. And of course, areas where I've already applied on that gloss, I feel like it hydrates that area for me because I've been having dry patches here, this area, and as you can tell, it still looks really nice in that area. I mean, aside from my breakouts. But of course, areas like my lips, the color is still showing really nicely. So of course, if you're not like looking at me close up like this, I think it should be fine. But of course, personally, I will probably touch this up a little bit and of course, touch up my nose before I, you know, continue on with my day. So I don't actually have a whole lot to do for the rest of my day, so I'm just gonna continue on with my day, doing whatever I need in the house, probably just gonna run some errands at home. I won't be going out, so I wouldn't be testing out on like sweat proof of this or anything like that. For lunch, I did have congee, I had a donut. Oh, and I also had a kimchi pancake, which is quite oily, so maybe that's where some of it wore off. You do see a little bit of my dry patches, but of course, I'm gonna touch it up by adding another layer of this product on my lips. So I'm gonna just do that right now. And then of course, as I mentioned, I'm gonna touch up my nose a little bit because a little bit did rub off. But so far, I'm still really liking it. Okay, I'm gonna continue on with my day and check in with you in a few hours. All right, so I am back and it's almost 5 o'clock. It's actually 4:49. So I've had on this for about 5.5 hours, almost 6, I guess. So I thought, you know what, nowadays I don't wear a full face of makeup all day. It's normally, you know, if anything, it's just to go out and run some errands, and that's what I would, or of course filming a video, and usually after off camera I would just like wipe it all off. So, you know, today has been an exception because I really wanted to test this out and give you guys my final thoughts. So I'm gonna zoom in and show you guys how it looks like after almost 6 hours. So now that you guys are up close, I know the lighting is not the best because I'm trying to rely on natural sunlight, and today sunset is at like around 5:30, so I'm still trying to rely on that last bit of sunlight. But you can tell that there's areas like this area shine has started to peek through. It's probably like a mixture of that dewiness and shine, but I'm pretty sure it's my oils from my nose area, and hence you see the shine. Areas where I guess I rubbed a little bit obviously came off, but my lips have been pretty good since the last time I touched up. Really, I've only been drinking hot chocolate because that's what I've been craving, and I can tell you that yes, definitely left some of the marks. It does definitely transfer. So yeah, and that's how it looks like, you know. The rest of my face, I don't think anything has really transferred. I know I did a little bit more heavy-handed on this side of the cheek than on this side, but yeah. Anyway, so of course I'm here to give you guys my final thoughts. I may not have used the coral color here on my face, but I did swatch it for you guys to see how that looks like. So aside from that, that's not on my face. Everything else is. Overall, this does cost about, I would say, I think it was like $20-ish. For a compact like this, I think is actually pretty good, given that you get a cushion foundation and, you know, something for your lips and cheek. I can't complain, right? I mean, for a lot of other brands, when you just the cushion foundation, it's gonna cost you more than that. Or of course $30, maybe you'll get a refill or something like that. So I think that's really good. It's really nice to, you know, carry this around. It is not super thin or anything, but definitely kind of like a portable, or I guess a like eyeshadow palette kind of, you know. And of course, come on, look how glittery this is. I'm pretty impressed with the product itself, and you know, generally speaking, I guess RiRe is usually more on the affordable end of Korean beauty. So to have some kind of product like this work well for me is you know, hard to come by, I would say. So I actually like it a lot. Actually, number 23, like the darker color, did quite well. I felt like it did oxidize a little bit, and the white cast is really just coming from the SPF 50 PA++ that it comes with. So I think that's the reason why I have a little bit of a white cast, and that's generally the thing with sunscreens in Korean beauty. But overall, I would give this basically a thumbs up, and if you guys can get your hands on this to try out, I strongly suggest you to do so. It is more, personally, I think, more of a spring kind of collection in terms of colors. Like, I would use this more on the springtime versus, spring/summer versus, I guess, winter. Winter, I'm more into the mauve, the, you know, the lighter colors, like not as pink, I guess you can say, but I definitely like how like it gave me that effect where it looks like I walked out from a cold place and I just walked inside, where my cheeks get a little bit rosy. Anyways, I hope you guys found this video useful in any way, and if so, remember to give me that thumbs up, and I shall see you guys in my next video. Bye!